The world is shocked. HYBE accidentally reveals a major Kim Taehyung project that had been kept secret. Hello ARMY all around the world. Wherever you are right now, maybe it is early morning, and the sunlight is slowly entering through your window, maybe it is a busy afternoon filled with work and activities, or maybe it is late at night when everything around you feels quiet. Today there is a piece of news that suddenly made millions of hearts beat a little faster. A piece of news that appeared almost without warning. Without a big announcement. Without an official teaser. And yet it was enough to make the internet pause for a moment and ask the same question. What is actually happening? Everything started from something that seemed very small. A detail that at first was only noticed by a few very attentive fans. A tiny piece of information that looked ordinary at first glance, but slowly began to attract more and more attention. That small detail appeared in something related to HYBE. And within that detail, there was one name that immediately made many people stop and look twice. Kim Taehyung. A name that, for millions of people around the world, never feels ordinary. Because whenever that name appears connected to a new project, there is almost always something special behind it. At first, not many people thought much about it. But as often happens in the world of the BTS fandom, ARMY is known as one of the most observant fan communities in the world. They notice everything. Every small clue. Every little change that might look unimportant to others. And in a short amount of time, more and more fans began to realize that this detail might not be a coincidence at all. Some accounts started talking about it on social media. Then several fan communities began discussing it more seriously. And before long, conversations about the possibility of a secret Taehyung project began spreading across different platforms. Twitter, Instagram, fan forums, YouTube. Wherever ARMY gathered, one question started appearing again and again. Did HYBE just accidentally leak a major Kim Taehyung project? Speculation began coming from every direction. Some fans believe it could be related to a new music project. Perhaps a solo album that has been quietly prepared behind the scenes. A new concept that might be different from anything he has done before. Others believe the project might be connected to film, or a global documentary. Many people still remember how Taehyung has always carried a very strong cinematic aura. The way he looks at the camera, the way he expresses emotions, even the way he walks into a room sometimes feels like a scene from a movie. Because of that, some fans began imagining other possibilities. What if this project is something bigger than just music? What if it is a global visual project? A short film? An exclusive documentary? Or even an artistic project that combines music, fashion, and cinematic storytelling all at once. Another thing that makes this rumor even more interesting is the possibility that the project has actually been prepared for a long time. Some fans started remembering moments from the past few months. Moments that previously looked completely normal. But now feel like they might be part of something bigger. Several mysterious trips. Schedules that were never fully explained. Photos that looked like they might have been taken at filming locations. All those pieces now feel like parts of a puzzle slowly forming a clearer picture. And the more people talk about it, the more it begins to feel like something truly is being prepared. Something that has been carefully protected and kept secret. But if there is one thing that Kim Taehyung has always been known for, it is the way he works quietly. Taehyung is not the type of artist who constantly announces every step of his plans. He often prefers to focus on the process. Spending time creating something he truly believes in. And then, when everything is finally ready, that is when the world gets to see it. And when that moment comes, the impact is almost always extraordinary. We have seen it many times before. When Taehyung releases music, people often feel a depth of emotion that is different from anything else. When he appears at international fashion events, his presence often becomes the main highlight. When he appears on screen, even for just a few seconds, many people feel that there is something unique in the way he expresses himself. Because Tae-hyung possesses something that is difficult to explain with words. A powerful artistic aura. He is not simply a performer. He is a storyteller. Someone who uses voice, visuals, and emotion to create an experience. That is why when rumors about this secret project began spreading, millions of fans instantly became curious. What exactly is he preparing? Will this become a new era in his career? Will this project reveal another side of Tae-hyung that we have never seen before? Several entertainment industry observers have also started talking about the possibility. According to them, if HYBE is truly preparing a major project for Tae-hyung, it will most likely be something on a global scale. Because today, Tae-hyung is not just a K-pop idol. He is a global pop culture icon. His name is recognized in many countries. His influence reaches across multiple industries. Music, fashion, art, and even lifestyle. Whenever he appears at a major event, international media immediately turns its attention toward him. Whenever he posts something on social media, millions of people begin talking about it almost instantly. That level of influence is something very few artists possess. And because of that, every new project from Tae-hyung feels like an event. A moment that matters not only to fans, but also to the entertainment industry itself. But for now, everything we have is still only small clues. Still speculation. Still a mystery that has not been fully revealed. And perhaps that is exactly what makes this moment so exciting. Because sometimes, waiting is part of the experience. Waiting with curiosity. Waiting with hope. Waiting to see what is being prepared quietly behind the scenes, far away from the noise of the public eye. And if there is one thing that almost every ARMY believes right now, it is this. When Kim Taehyung is preparing something, it is rarely something ordinary. Usually, it becomes something that makes the whole world pause. Something that makes millions of people talk at the same time. Something that turns into headlines, conversations, and unforgettable reactions across social media and beyond. Something that becomes a moment remembered for a very long time. A moment that people look back on and say, that was when everything changed again. So maybe right now, somewhere behind the scenes, that project is slowly approaching its moment. Production lights may already be shining brightly inside quiet studios. Creative teams may be perfecting every small detail, discussing ideas late into the night, making sure every frame, every sound, and every visual carries meaning. Stylists may be preparing looks that reflect a new side of Tae-hyung. Directors may be carefully shaping a concept that will surprise the audience the moment it is revealed. And Tae-hyung himself may be working with complete focus, pouring his thoughts, his creativity, and his emotions into something that he wants the world to truly feel. Because for Tae-hyung, art has never been only about showing something beautiful. It has always been about expressing something real. Making people pause. Making people feel. Making people remember. And that is why every time he returns with something new, the world pays attention. Not just because he is famous, but because people know that when Kim Taehyung creates something, there is always intention behind it. There is always a story. There is always a deeper emotion waiting to be discovered. And when that day finally arrives, when this mystery is finally revealed, perhaps the world will once again say the same thing. Kim Taehyung has done it again. Once again surprising everyone. Once again proving that his artistic journey continues to grow in ways that no one can fully predict. And as always, ARMY all around the world will be there. Watching. Supporting. Celebrating every step of the journey. Witnessing the next chapter in the story of an artist who continues to evolve, surprise, and prove that his creativity never stops. Because with Kim Taehyung, there is always something waiting to be discovered. Another story waiting to unfold. Another moment waiting to capture the attention of the world. And maybe, this is only the beginning of an even bigger chapter.